Hello, welcome or welcome back to the fourth lesson in the Getting Better Day by Day series, and we will start today. If you would like to join, play along. We start by lying on the back, and you will need a lot of space to the left and to the right. So please come to rest. I think rest is the good word, to rest on your back. So when you rest on your back, bring your arms out to the side, the left arm out to the left and the right one out to the right. And how do we control for that they're really out to the side, like one long line from the right hand or the right elbow to the left elbow or the left hand? So if you turn your head to the left to look at your left hand, make sure it's not at the height of your eyes or top of your head and not downwards towards your belly, but just out to the side. And the same for your right arm. And relax into this starting position, the beginning of this starting position. So how much tension do you have in your hands? Maybe you can let go a little bit of this, or try to roll your arms a little bit down and up, just a little tiny roll or wiggle to see, is there any tension left in your arms? You don't need any effort, you don't need to exert at the moment. So where is the neutral resting position of your arms if they have to be out to the side? And then bend both of your elbows so that your lower arms are standing, like two little poles or two big candles. Vertical. So your elbows are out to the side. You have a 90-degree angle between your torso and your upper arm. The elbows are as far away from the midline as possible, and your lower arms are standing. And where are your hands facing when they are relaxed? Are the palms facing downwards to where the feet are, or towards your midline? Where is it that your hands are facing? So this will be our starting position. But now that we know this, take a short rest, just let go, relax to the floor with your arms wherever you want to put them and your legs wherever you want to put them. Just a short little intermezzo, a little break, and then again bring your arms out to the side and stand your feet. So the feet are standing and your knees are pointing towards the ceiling. Your arms are out to the side, and then also bend your elbows so that your lower arms are standing. And this will be our starting position for the movement. And which movement is it? A movement of rolling your upper arms on the floor, but keep your elbows in place. The elbows need to stay out and about. So you can roll your upper arms up or down, which means when you roll your upper arms down, the palms of your hand come a little bit closer to the floor. And when you roll your upper arms up, the back of your hands, or maybe the thumbs, come closer to the floor next to your head. And see if you can perceive the rolling of your upper arms, the contact that your upper arms have to the floor or your shoulders while you roll them and while your hands come closer to the floor next to your pelvis or next to your belly, or the other direction up when your hands come closer to the floor next to your head. Or you might choose one direction first and explore that one, downwards for example. How you can let go. And you might notice that one direction might be easier. So your hands come closer to the floor when they go down, or maybe your hands can come closer to the floor when they go up. And focus on this funny little image of your elbows out to the side and your elbows bent. It's like a robot, almost like a robot. These 90-degree angles. And while you're doing these movements, down or up and down, see if you can let go of your lower arms a little bit. Maybe your lower arms can even turn a little bit. Just like your breath can be free. Do you breathe in? Do you breathe out? Yes. And can it adjust to your resting? And so the position or the way your lower arms are turned can adjust to the movement. Okay, and then take a rest again. Rest your arms next to you on the floor, next to your pelvis, somewhere, your legs. Just feel how you're resting. Now. And then bring your arms out to the side again. Stand your feet again. Bend your elbows again. And this time we will go downwards. So make sure your elbows stay out to the side. They don't come closer to your torso, but they stay shoulder height out to the side. And then bring your hands downwards. So you roll your upper arms downwards. And see if that's a smooth movement. If you can ease into this rolling of your upper arms so that your hands come closer to the floor next to your pelvis. And then we will support that motion with the head. So while your hands are coming closer to the floor, lift your head to look towards your feet. So that's a movement we have done the last 3 lessons. Keep your elbows out. Yes, so see, the lifting of the head might make it easier for your palms to touch the floor, for your lower arms to press into the floor, for your elbows to stay on the floor and in place, and your shoulders. Do your shoulders have to come up, or can the shoulder blades slide across alongside? What is it that you observe what happens when you combine these 2 movements of lifting the head and lowering your hands, rolling your upper arms downwards? And you can do this in sync to synchronize the lifting of the head and the lowering of the arms, but you can keep your hands on the floor, the palms touching the floor, and let your head sink back and see the details. Can you observe the small things? how much does the head really help, or can the head move independently from the arms? Or maybe it's almost like a mouse trap. The arms move together up and down. Slowly, ever so gently, observing, trying to discover, to explore this movement and how the head and the neck and the upper torso and the belly, how they connect to the movement of the arms. Then take a short rest. Introduce a little break. So in case you have been efforting, take a break. Okay, that's how a break feels like. That's how relaxation feels like. And then bring your arms out to the side again. Stand your feet again. Bend your elbows again. So that's our starting position. And then go into the other direction. So you roll the upper arms up and bring your hands closer to the floor next to your head. And this time we will support this movement with the lifting of the pelvis. So you have to bring your feet in a position where it's advantageous to lift your pelvis. And when you lift your pelvis, how does this support the rolling of the upper arms upwards and your hands, the back of your hands, or maybe is it your thumbs? Maybe now your palms are facing towards your midline. But how does this motion upwards connect with the lifting of the pelvis? And how can you differentiate that connection? You can lift and lower your pelvis or lift and lower your arms. See how these two movements support each other or connect with each other. And of course, if you feel like it already, you can combine these two movements of the hands up and down, rolling the upper arms up and down. Precision, yes, elbows out to the side. Where is symmetry? Where is asymmetry? Midline, next to the midline. Now we will continue to improve that, but a little break first, a little rest. So, has there been effort? And you know, when you let go, when the pause, it feels less strenuous than when you move. So a little rest, feel how you rest, how your arms are now resting on the floor. And then bring your arms out to the side again, to the sides, stand your feet. And this time only bend your left elbow. So maybe you look at your left hand, the left one is standing, and then bring your left hand upwards next to your head. So you roll your upper arm up. So it's the same movement like before, but only with the left arm. Roll your upper arm up and down. So you bring your head up next to your head, your hand next up to your head, or your hand down next to your pelvis. So you do the movement only with one arm and observe, yes, if your head is rolling, how this movement influences your head movements. So maybe your lower arm can rotate. It's like when you bring your hand up, it's like your thumb is pointing backwards, which is at the floor, backwards to the floor. And your head is, where is your head rolling? So rest your left arm again, and this time do the same thing with your right arm. So bend your right elbow and roll your right upper arm to bring your right hand up and down. Yes, and see how that influences your head. Is your head turning to look to your right hand when the right hand is going up or down? Does the head turn at all? If you let go of your neck and let's just let it happen. And then take a short break, mini break. Bring your arms out to the side. Bend your elbows so that your lower arms are standing. And then roll one arm up and one arm down. Yes. So for example, the left one goes up and the right one goes down. And always make sure your elbows are out to the side. Your elbows don't come closer to your torso. Yes, and observe when you do that, one arm up and one arm down, slowly. We reduce effort. Our target is not how far and how strong you can move, but how delicate and lightly and gently and what you can feel and observe and how the things connect. And why does your head roll to the left when your left arm is going up? Your left hand is going up. Yes. So the head is round, it rolls down. So when your right hand goes down, your right shoulder comes forward a little bit. And when your left hand goes up, your left shoulder goes backwards a little bit, which creates a slope, and the head is rolling to the left and the other way around. Right? Or you can try to do the opposite. Try to feel how is it? How does everything connect? And then ease into another break. Yes. And have your arms out to the sides again. And this time, do not bend your elbows. Just roll your arms. See, maybe if you make fists, light fists, it's easier to roll the arms. Or maybe you can let go of your hands Keep your hands relaxed to roll your arms. Is there rolling? Can you roll one arm up and one arm down? It's more like a rotation in place, almost. What's the difference between rotating and rolling? And then fresh. Take a short rest, mini rest to build up. Okay, then build up our starting position. Have your feet standing, the arms out to the side, bend your elbows. So our starting position. And then bring your left hand up and your right hand down. Slowly, slowly, slowly. So your head is rolling to the left. So that's our position. The left hand is up, the right one is down. And then extend your arms out to the side. And then bend your left elbow downwards so that the left hand is down, and your right elbow upwards so your right hand is up. And bring your hands to stand again, your lower arms to stand again. Yeah, so that's one round. Let's do it again. Starting position, and bring your left arm up, the left hand up, the right hand down. Then extend your arms, bend your elbows so the left hand is down and your right hand is up, and bring your lower arms to stand again. Yes, and work that into a rhythm, or the other way round. So play with rolling your upper arms, but sometimes your elbows are bent and sometimes your elbows are straight. Keep your elbows out to the side, so don't let the elbows come closer towards your torso. Okay, and then take a rest. See how it feels now to be on the floor, to have your arms resting on the floor. And return into the starting position. So your arms are out to the side, your feet are standing, your knees towards the ceiling, and bend both elbows. So that's our starting position. And again, bring your left arm, your left hand up and the right hand down. And see. So that's our movement. Right down, left up, and return to the starting position. And see about your legs. So bring your, while you do this movement of the left hand up and the right hand down, see if you can tilt your legs to one side, the knees to one side. To which side? So while you rotate your upper arms, tilt your knees to one side. And also try the other combination, the right hand up and the left hand down. And to which side do you tilt your knees? What is a roll and what is a twist? And we are going for the twist of the spine. So when you bring your left hand up and your right hand down, the knees need to go to the right and the head needs to roll to the left, and then we have the twist. And when your right hand is going up and your left hand is going down, the knees need to go to the left and the head to the right. Yes, and take your time, relax into it with this movement quality of reducing effort, focusing on well-being and observing, smoothing out the movements. And you go from one side to the other. Once the right hand is up and the left hand is down, and once the left hand is up and the right hand is down. And reduce the effort also in the legs. So you have to find the good position to stand your feet, a place for your feet where it's easy to tilt your knees from one side to the other. Bit by bit, step by step. Be patient with yourself. Wait for your parts to close up, to follow up. Yes, so that can be really nice, a really nice, where everything is moving. A really nice movement. It's hard to explain, but we eased into it. All right, and then take a rest again. So extend your legs, extend your arms. And we will do one last combination. So bring your arms out to the side again. Stand your feet, bend your elbows. And then let your left hand go up and your right hand go down. And extend your arms again. So we'll do this again. And then bend your left elbow downwards and your right elbow up. So we have these circles with the arms again, where the elbows are once bent and once extended. And we will join in with the knees and the legs. The legs can also extend down to the floor. So at some point you're spread out and then bend up again to stand. And how do you combine that? Where does everything has to be? At what time? When is the time to bend the legs? Of course, together with the elbows. And when is the time to extend the legs? Of course, together with the elbows. And find the movements in yourself. So, of course, it's a play-along session, but you can you have the body, you have the nervous system and the bones and the brains, and you can find the movements. It's anatomically built in. You don't have to copy. I try to give you all the instructions you need so you can find these movements and discover your own, actually. There's still a couple of things to discover I cannot pack in such a short video. But you have it in yourself to discover. Okay. All right, then take a break again. Extend your arms and your legs. See how you rest now. That's good, isn't it? And for a last time, bring your arms out to the side. Stand your feet. Bend your elbows. So that's our starting position. And just like in the beginning, let both hands go down. Or both hands go up. And see how that is now. Can do it with lifting your head or lifting your pelvis, and see how that feels now, how that has changed. And does your head need to go up when you lift your head on the midline? Do we always have to be straight in the middle, or can you lift your head on one side and go down on the other side? How is it now? What is your level of playfulness, of discovery, exploration, your movements? How do you feel? How do you move? How smooth is it? How do you feel you have improved? Take a last rest. And then, as always, we need to finish in standing. To see how it is in standing. So please roll over aside and come up to standing. And then how is it? How do your shoulders turn? How does your head follow the turning of your shoulders? How does it connect to your pelvis? Isn't this a marvelous lesson? What is your level of smoothness, and where is your midline, your perception of midline? Your ability to move your shoulders to roll over your feet for locomotion. All right, it was my pleasure to present you this sequence, to spend this time with you. Thank you so much for your support. It's you who is making these videos possible, and see you in the next video.